So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm back again. A lot of stuff was going on this weekend. Too much stuff is going on this weekend. And I've just been like, you see my hair, how they look like an afro? I've been like pulling my hair. So, yes, we're back to our conjunctions. And today, we're going to be doing a conjunction of Sun, Moon, and Jupiter. What happens when you have Sun, Moon, and Jupiter conjunct in your horoscope? And as always, if you do not know what kind of conjunctions you have in your horoscope, what kind of planetary alignments you have in your horoscope, what their degrees are, for that check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light. And in my conjunction book, you will find 2 all the way through 8 or 7 planetary conjunctions and their meaning and how to study conjunctions, because it's not just basic conjunction meaning, there's a way to study them. And especially those who do not know anything about a chart, you want to check out the option 6 here, because that way I will actually tell you what your alignments are. You have this conjunction and this planet is holding the lowest degree, so this way you can refer back to this video or any future videos or past videos that I made on conjunctions. So, Sun, Moon, and Jupiter conjunction. Well, first of all, what is Sun? Sun represents authorities, bosses, government. Sun represents your father. Sun represents your ego, self-esteem. Sun, represents your ability to go out there and express yourself, because it's a part of your soul. Sun represents, it's the karka of your soul. This is why Western astrologers, or Western astrology I should say, uses Sun as a karka of personality, meaning significant of personality. They're like, oh, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a this, I'm a this. In a way that is true. It's part of it because it's your soul. Then comes Moon. What is Moon? Moon is emotions. Moon is how you react to things. Moon is your mother. Moon is your softest side. Moon is how you think. What am I thinking here right now while I'm making this video? I've got 100 things going in my mind, and that's the game of the moon that it does. Some people may have 2 things happening in their mind, depending upon the sign that moon's in. So that's Moon. Then what is Jupiter? Jupiter can represent a lot of things. Okay, first of all, Jupiter is your morals that you have come on this planet with, regardless of the fact you go to high school, you go to college or not. Jupiter are your morals, your divine morals. Okay, this is why Jupiter is a significator and the ruler of the 9th house originally, of your higher philosophy, higher morals. Jupiter not only just represents knowledge, but Jupiter represents your teachers, your gurus. What kind of teachers are you going to run into? What kind of gurus are you going to run into? At the same time, Jupiter represents the basic necessities of life. What are the basic necessities of life? There's this Amitabh Bachchan movie called Roti Kapda Aur Makan. That's what Jupiter mainly represents. It represents the basic necessities like food, shelter, and clothing. But Jupiter also represents, scientific terms, biology, zoology. Jupiter represents the creation upon this planet. The living creation, the living creatures on this planet are actually controlled by Jupiter. That's what Jupiter is. So what happens when these 3 things come together? Well, in the most basic of terms, we can see that a person will be well educated through the help and support of his or her parents. A person will attain knowledge, whether good or bad, through their guardians, their parents, their motherly figures, their fatherly figures. Some people, let's forget about someone reading Bhagavad Gita and the Bible and the first and last testament and the 10 testaments. No, this person can be a pickpocketer. This person can be a great salesman. Why? Because of the fact his knowledge base was attained through the parents. Parents were infusing all the morals in you. Your morals that you have in you, it really came through your parents. If you respect somebody, if you're really a jerk to somebody, if you're rude to somebody, if you help somebody, all of these things will be instilled by your parents or your living guardians. Sun and moon doesn't necessarily mean only your parents are going to do that. No, there's simply the symbolism of parental figures, meaning if you never had your biological parents, maybe you were raised by adopted parents, same thing. If it was a male or female guardian, they were both infusing their qualities upon you. And what happens is this person's ego is all about wanting to engage in a knowledgeable conversation with his or her parents. This is a very family-oriented conjunction. This person loves to learn from their father, their mother. They love to take advice because remember, Jupiter is a guru. And Jupiter here shows that one will be attaining knowledge through their gurus, which are apparently, in this case, becomes your parents. You know how some people say, oh, my gurus are my mom and my dad. Without them, I don't know where I would be. Well, that's what this conjunction is of Sun, Moon, and Jupiter. Now, can this be a negative conjunction? Can this conjunction show that one point in your life you realize that your mother and father instilled the worst qualities in you? Of course. This is why conjunction is not just seen from the meaning that I'm giving you right now. Conjunction is seen from the sign placement, the dignity, the quality, meaning the three gunas. Is it in a sattvic guna, rajasic guna, or tamasic guna? And I've made a video on this. Just type in 3 gunas in Vedic astrology. You'll find my video on that. Is one of the planets debilitated? If one of the planets is debilitated, then the foundation of that planet may not be so good. Perhaps the father gives a good advice. If the moon is debilitated at around 2 to 4 degrees, the mother gives very weird advice. Mother's like, well, no. You gotta beat them in competition. You gotta make sure you are better than them. Oh, there are mothers out there. Y'all know, you're watching them right now. You know what I'm saying? Stop behaving the right way. Come on now. So that's what happens. But as you know, this is a huge part of personality because Sun, Moon represents the part of your personality, your mind, your soul, your ego, your self-esteem. It's all comes through knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more confident you'll feel. Some people feel confident because they have the money. Some people feel confident that they have the best looking girlfriend and wife. Some people feel confident because they have a certain talent. You specifically, the more knowledge you have, the more books you read, the more spiritually and religiously you're spread out, the more confident you're going to feel. But remember, any conjunction really shows a meaning with the planet that holds the lowest degrees. Whichever planet holds the lowest degrees will have the biggest say in the conjunction, right? So let's find out what happens when each planet rules the lowest conjunction. So let's say in your conjunction, Sun holds the lowest degrees. What this shows is that your ability to attain knowledge will, first of all, will be dominated by the father. Father will really have the final say on what you learn, what you adapt in this life. At the same time, the things that you learn, the things that you develop your characteristics with will mainly be dependent upon your ego. Meaning, you know how some people really show their egos. They have their egos on their shoulder. This is that kind of a conjunction where this person will be really feel like, hey, look, respect me, love me, adore me because I have so much knowledge. These are the people who go out and say, look at me, how much knowledge I have. Look how much knowledge I have of Vedic astrology and astrology. There's some people like that who do that. Sure, they may have great knowledge of astrology, But they will come out in this manner that, look, I am the authority on knowledge. I am the king of knowledge of Jyotish. Now, is it good or bad? Who knows? Who cares? But that's how they will come across. Because sun is lighting the fire now. Is that the gas is of the sun on the stove. Let's say if moon holds the lowest degrees. Same thing happens just from the mother side. Mother is the one who really encourages your knowledge more than the father. It is the mother's say that controls what you learn. Whatever you learn, you will always look for your mom. Like, mom, do you think dad is right? But if you have this conjunction, it'll be really interesting. And you can put the comment below. If you have the lowest conjunction of sun and moon, let me know if your father was the one you really were like looking towards for answers. Because you know how sometimes father and mother say the same thing and then you're like, mom, you think dad's right? That happens with this because of the fact the foundation is of mother, the fire is of mother. And everything that you learn, everything that you want to express from within your mind as this component of your, or the offspring, the knowledgeable offspring of your parents, will be mainly based on emotions. Anything that you're emotionally attracted to, you would want to learn. With sun is more about, oh, if I learn this, people will respect me. That's not emotions. That's your pride wanting you to learn. With moon holding the lowest degrees, you'll be like, well, I'm not really emotionally attached to the Vedas. I'm not really attached to the Rig Veda or Atra Veda. But when it comes to Jyotish, oh man, I'm attracted to that. I just love it. I'm constantly dreaming of this. That's when moon is holding the lowest degrees. That's when moon is influencing your emotions towards learning something. You don't want to just, with the sun, a person will learn probably everything at once. Because it's their pride. It's their lineage. With mother or with the moon, it becomes about emotional attachment to a certain subject. But what if Jupiter holds the lowest degrees? What happens then? This is probably one of the best sources of this conjunction. Here, a person will not just go on their parents or mother to see what they're teaching me. They could be teaching them the right things. They could be teaching them the wrong things. They will take the advice of their guru, their teachers, away from the parents. And they will ask their teachers, do you think my parents are right in this? These people are more closer. They're close to the parents. Of course, they're taking the knowledge. But within their secret, within their inner world, they want to be close to a guru. They want to make a guru their parents. They want to make their guru their mother and father. Yet when Jupiter is lighting this fire, what happens is the mother and father both instill equally good knowledge within you. Either equally good knowledge or equally bad knowledge, depending upon, let's say Jupiter is debilitated at 5 degrees. And let's say you have some malefic aspect upon your conjunction. What's happening is that not only the guru, but the mother and father may not be instilling the best qualities in you. They might be too status oriented. They might be too title oriented. They're like, son, I want to go out in parties and say, oh, my son is a lawyer and a doctor and an engineer. Please try not to do some online stupid business, okay? I want to be respectful. So what happens is here, the knowledge is all about title. Debilitated Jupiter doesn't mean you're not going to gain any knowledge. No. That's old thinking. The new thinking is more becomes about, I'm telling you, I do consultations every day. Career consultations, marriage consultations. And I see men and women both saying, look, I need to marry somebody who is either a doctor or engineer or lawyer. I want to be able to I want to be respectable in society, and I want to be able to kind of shine in my family by marrying somebody. And when I read this, I'm like, wow. And that's where I learned about their Jupiter, especially with women. Their Jupiter is either debilitated and they're looking for this title, or Jupiter is exalted, and they are, and including their Venus is exalted, and they're looking for this one particular thing that probably doesn't even exist. They want that perfect thing. You know, in career consultation, you think I can be an IS officer. I really want to earn the respect of my parents because I want to be an IS officer. Sometimes I see, I want to be an IS officer because I want to bring a change in India. I want to bring a change through administrative service. Some I see right straight up, I want to be respected in society, and I want to make my parents proud. You think I can be an IS officer? My dad always wanted me to be an IS officer. That's the instillment of your parents and the Jupiter that is talking here. Okay, so guys, this was my analysis of Jupiter, Sun, and Moon conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know what conjunctions you have, all my books, all my reports, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you this Thursday with Mercury aspects.